looks like there's a bug stuck to the bottom of here. Alright, so today we are doing a full face testing out new drugstore makeup. 99% of these are first impressions. There's also a shit ton of Maybelline in here. I have my filming space and background and everything now set up in the new apartment, so let me know what you guys think. Let's jump into it. I don't have any of my makeup unpacked yet. The rest of my house is totally put together except this room. So I dug through what I could to find makeup for this video. All over the place right now. Life, man, life. So if you guys are excited for this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see how I got this look and what I think of some new products from the drugstore, you're in the right place. Just keep watching. All right, I just got everything set up. This is so weird, having so much room for all the activities. There's a long desk now. I have an actual organized basket with all of the products I'm going to be trying out. My face is looking a little orange today. I put on self-tanner last night and I still have to wash it off. This is so weird. I can have two elbows on the table right now. For primer, I have two different Revlon options I want to try out. The Revlon Photo Ready Pore Reducing Primer and then the Brightening Primer. By the way, got my finger attempting to cook. I think I want to try the Pore Reducing Primer today. Oh, do I need a clip? Let's just put this behind the ear. So my face is looking a little wild right now, but once I have foundation on, it'll all be good. Ooh, this feels like, oh, what does this feel like? I actually feel like my pores, especially on this side, look a little bit blurred. I'm gonna try a little bit more right here and see what happens. Yeah, what the heck? Okay, that legit just blurred my pores. Hopefully this doesn't break me out. Most pore filling primers do because of silicone and stuff. I'm rocking the nail polish over shellac look right now. So for foundation, this is the only thing that's not going to be drugstore. I'm just going to put on the Clinique Continuous Coverage Makeup Creamy Glow because this is like one of the two foundations that I have that are actually dark enough for the self-tan right now. I swatched all of my darker drugstore foundations like the Better Skin and everything, and those were all too light. So I'm just going to go in with this. It actually is looking like this one might be too light. Oh, I think even this is too light right now. That's crazy because this is usually friggin' dark on me. I might just actually use this and then use a darker powder because I do have a powder I want to try. For concealer, this is drugstore price. This is an awesome, affordable concealer. This is the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Concealer. I've raved about this. This is in the shade 102 though, which I haven't shown on camera yet. This is what I've been using if I have the self-tanner on. So foundation, concealer, technically not a first impression, but everything else is. Why is my hand up in the air right now? Alright, so to set my face and my under eyes, I'm going to try out this new Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. Super curious about these. I have a few different shades. Maybelline sent a shit ton of stuff in PR. So I might mix the shade 10 and 25 for under my eyes, or just use 10, I don't know. And then go in with one of the darker shades for my face. So there's a little sifter thing and sealant on here, if I can get this off. You really have to shake this thing. Like, this is not easy to get product out of. I feel like I'm using a shake weight right now. So I'm going to try the shade 10 underneath my eyes. If this is too light, I can always darken it up a little bit. I don't usually like loose powders under my eyes, especially translucent. It never really sits well underneath my eyes, but this is like an actual powder. It can work. That doesn't look bad. Can't see out of my right eye. That looks fine under there. It looks a little crepey. I definitely still prefer my normal under eye powders, but let's try this for the face. I have no idea what shade I am right now. I think I need to go in with the darker one. This shade 30 looks like my normal bronzer color. I mean, it's darker than my face right now, but I think it'll actually match my body. It's clinging on a little bit in weird spots. I think my face on camera is still looking a little bit lighter than my chest, but in real life, it actually matches perfectly right now. This one's coming out way easier, so I think I just had a little defective shifter on number 10. Now that that's all blended out, my skin is looking pretty nice. Very matte right now, but it looks nice. The only brow product I have to try out is this shaping chalk. I'm gonna go in with my normal brow pomade to get like the shape going, and then I'll try out this guy. So this is in the shade Deep Brown. I'm gonna kind of just use this to like fill in certain areas that I didn't totally fill in with the pomade. Maybelline has been coming out with some interesting brow products lately. There's like balls in here. So basically it looks like there's powder in here and then kind of a wand applicator. This color looks a little bit light, but this was the darkest one. Oh yeah, the color is definitely light. I can definitely see it going on. It almost like adds texture to your actual hairs too. Kind of looks like I just put on Benefit Get Me Brow. I just primed my eyes for face. I'm super excited to try this out. This is the Maybelline Master Bronze in the shade 10. This one is actually kind of shimmery. Why am I doing this with my left hand? That one could either be a very subtle highlight or like a shimmery kind of bronzer. This one is definitely a highlight. You have two bronzer shades. This one has a little bit of glitter in it. I think I'm going to try out this guy. And we'll also see how powder blends on top of that Maybelline powder. Ooh. Ooh, I like that a lot. I'm going to take this warmer shade right here on a blush brush, the Morphe Y5. And I'm just going to put that on my temples kind of. I'm liking those two shades a lot right now. Blend it out really easily. I like the tone of both of them. For blush, I have been using this, but this is the Physicians Formula Butter Blush in the shade Rosy Pink. So one of their new color releases. I think they released 2 new shades, maybe 3, but it's just a nice pink. And these smell so good. You can literally smell it from like out here. Out of everything, this highlight is what I'm most excited to try out because I've heard people just raving about this. This is the Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter in 100 Molten Gold. I've only swatched this. I swatched this on Snapchat, but I haven't actually put this on my face yet. From the swatch, I think this shade would be too dark on my normal skin tone, but right now I think it'll definitely work. Why do I feel like it doesn't look quite as good as it does on other people? It's looking a bit textured. I can just see it, like a line right here. I mean, when it hits the light, it does look pretty. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more. Maybe that's the key. Oh, there we go. Now we're really getting the pop. I'm not totally wowed. I don't know why. It just kind of looks like a stripe of eyeshadow on my face right now. I need to go back in and blend this because it literally just looks like a stripe. Maybe I'll add a little bit of the highlight from this palette to try it out. Ooh. Okay, I can already tell I like this one better. I'm gonna bring a little bit of that up here just to get a little bit of a glow going. Maybe if you don't have a lot of face texture, this one would look better. So for eyeshadow, I have 4 Maybelline palettes. So these are their new City Mini palettes. There's like a purplish one, kind of a warm brown, bronzy gold one, blues, and then this pink one, which looks like there's some nice matte and transition shades in this one. So I think I'm gonna start out with this. I don't know what I'm doing. Story of my life. I'm gonna go in with this kind of cream shade right here. It might be too light to use as a transition right now. I ordered a new lens that I think will be good because I'll be able to zoom in. Right now I have a fixed lens, so I can't actually zoom in when I'm doing like eyes and stuff. Yeah, this is a little light. Okay, I'm actually gonna use my contour palette or bronzer palette, this thing. I'm just gonna start out with that same shade right there and put this into the crease. Adding some of that warmer shade too that I used on my temples. In the Rooftop Bronzes palette, this shade right here is just calling my name. Look at that. That looks super pretty. I think first though I'm going to deepen up my outer corner a little bit. I'm going to go back with that first palette, which is Downtown Sunrise, and use this brown shade right here. They're blending out super easily. I'm craving Krispy Kreme so bad right now. I've been watching mukbang videos lately, and it just makes you crave all of the worst foods. Like at 11 p.m. last night, I was trying to strategize how I could get a Krispy Kreme donut. I think before going in with that shade, I'm going to take a little bit of this pink right here on my finger. Ooh, should I go all in and do this one? This is like real pink. I kind of want to do it. I'm going to try. Not the most pigmented, like you got to really press your finger in here and then press it on your lid. This I think would definitely help to wet, so I'm going to do that. I'm just going to, oh, my coffee cup's right there. I'm just going to spray my brush with some Catrice setting spray. That just went all over everything. Whoops. You do have to really build this up. There's also a light pink shimmery shade right here that I kind of want to try. I'm going to put this on the inner corner. They're pretty, you just really have to build them up. I still really want to try this shade, so I'm just going to take that on my finger again and layer that on. Oh yeah, that one's pretty. I'm not used to my awkward hands being in the frame. Usually it's like here up. I'm going to take this warmer brown shade again and blend that on the lower lash line. So I have 2 different eyeliner options I can try out, both by Maybelline. This is the Curvitude liner. This one looks interesting. This thing is basically totally bent, so apparently it's supposed to be able to make it easier to kind of hold and get your wing. That looks like she's gonna poke her eyeball out. And then this one is the Master Precise ink. I might use this one as a backup in case this is a total fail because I'm really curious about this. I feel like Maybelline just tries every single shape as eyeliner. Okay, so this is curved. I'm assuming you're supposed to hold it, where's that diagram? Okay, she's holding it like this. That is not gonna fly. I would assume like that to curve down. It says it's felt tip. So it's not the blackest ink, it isn't going over shimmer very well. The curve as far as this part of my eye doesn't seem to make it any easier. So now I'm gonna turn it so it's curved the other way. I mean, not the worst wing I've ever done. The actual point on the tip is pretty fine, so it's not super hard to get that point. Yeah, the curve does nothing except kind of make your life harder. Out of all of Maybelline's weird eyeliners, I don't hate this one. I don't think it's anything special. I don't recommend it, but I mean, it worked, and at least I had a fine point, so it's easy to get that wing. The curve just doesn't help at all, and the actual formula isn't super black, so I kind of want to go over it with the Maybelline Precise ink liner just to see if this adds a little bit more black. This one is more like a bendy kind of liquid liner tip. So it's still a felt tip, but it looks more like a brush applicator. Not the softest applicator. For mascara, I'm going to try out the CoverGirl Total Tease. I don't know why, but this packaging is very attractive to me. I'm going to put on false lashes today, so I'm just going to do a thin coat of this. Oh, is this brown? Oh, it's brown. Whoa, this has a really, really strong smell. What the heck is this applicator? How do you even use this? Getting a close-up of the Band-Aid. So that weird tiny thing on the end is supposed to be like an inner corner kind of separating thing. When your lashes get clumpy, you can use it on your inner corner, outer, whatever. And then the other side is like the wand to apply the mascara. It looks like there's a bug stuck to the bottom of here. To me, it looks like this is curved the wrong way. You could probably use the tiny thing for your lower lash line too. I mean, nothing special, just looks like a normal, natural looking mascara. I'll go back in with this for the bottom lashes after I put on falsies, but I'm just going to use the Eyeliner number 121s. So lashes are on. 121s are like my all-time favorite drugstore lashes. Why can I not hear out of this ear at all right now? Can't even blow air out because of foundation. I'm going to go back in with this and use that tiny little end to try and do my bottom lashes. I'm not feeling this. Not into this mascara at all. I'm going with my normal Wet n Wild Mega Length. Okay, I have like 5,000 lip options right now. I think I have every color in each of these, so these aren't the actual colors I would be using. But just to show you guys, this is the CoverGirl Melting Pout Gel Liquid Lipstick. This kind of reminds me of the Too Faced Melted... What was the name of those? You know what I'm talking about. And then there's the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink. I'm really curious to try these out, but I heard from you guys on Snapchat that these last forever and are really hard to get off your lips. And I need to wash all this off and go camping in like a half hour. I'm not trying to put on like a permanent liquid lipstick right now, but I will try these out in a different video, Shadow and Schmooze or something. And then the Maybelline Vivid Hot Lacquer. I think I'm going to go in with these. I have a different color that I want to try out. This is the shade 60 Tease. It looks like a nice nude, kind of more cool toned. So I'm going to start out with the Maybelline 105 Nude Whisper liner. This is one of my favorite liners. So let's try out this. I think this is going to be glossy. Yeah, definitely. Ooh, that shade. Keep in mind, this is going to look a lot more nude with this color skin I have going on than normally. This would probably be like a medium tone nude on me. It feels like melted butter going on. It feels super smooth. It almost feels like the L'Oreal color, I think it's the Color Riche lip glosses. And the applicator is actually really similar on this too. You have this like triangle kind of applicator. It smells kind of like vanilla sunscreen. This is already transferring onto my teeth, so hopefully it's not one of those that doesn't, but yeah. Really nicely pigmented. It feels super comfortable on the lips. Not overly sticky at all. It feels really similar to the L'Oreal lip gloss. And I'm really into this shade. All right, so everything is on my face. I think out of everything I tried out, I'm most excited about the Revlon Photo Ready Pore Reducing Primer. I actually feel like this did something for my pores, and my forehead looks really nice and smooth right now, which also could have been the powder, but I do feel like this helped. For a loose powder, so far I'm liking this one. I definitely want to see how this wears throughout the day. I'm going to try this out again and see if it makes me any more or less oily. Oh yeah, this is already transferring. But right now I think my skin looks pretty good. I think the shade 10 would work for me normally, so once the self-tan is worn off, I'll try this out. This one I don't like on my skin. The Master Chrome, I don't know. There's something about it. I'm just not that wowed by it, and I feel like my highlight looks more textured than normal. I really like the Master Bronze palette. You can use this for eyeshadow. I think the highlight in here is pretty nice too. I'm excited to use it by itself. Ooh, yeah, it feels super soft. Yeah, I'm really excited to use the highlight on its own because that looks super pretty. But I like both shades that I tried out of here. They blended out easily. They weren't overly pigmented. I like the tone of them. And then the Vivid Hot Lacquer, I love the color of this. It is transferring to my teeth every 2 seconds, and I've already blotted the inside of my mouth. So just keep that in mind if that's something that bothers you. You probably wouldn't like this, but as far as the actual formula and how it's looking on my lips, it feels and looks really nice. The City mini palettes that I tried, I think you could probably pass on. They're workable, but for the amount of layers that I had to put on to get this kind of pigment, a little ridiculous. I think I literally went in about 10 times with that pink shade. I'm sure there's some nice shades in each one of these. I just don't know if they're worth going out and purchasing these for. So I think that is everything. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, welcome to the Bayrito family. I upload Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.